Have you ever felt that there's more to reality than what we can see or touch? That consciousness might be more than just brain activity? One lawyer dismissed these ideas as fantasy, until she experienced them firsthand during a profound near-death experience that challenged everything she believed about existence. Her journey from skeptic to revealer of cosmic truths is not just her story. It's potentially the story of our species as we grapple with the true nature of consciousness and reality. As we delve into her account, consider, how might your life change if you discovered that reality is far more vast and interconnected than you ever imagined? Sarah Lawson stood at the pinnacle of her legal career, a formidable force in the world of corporate law. Her sharp intellect and analytical prowess have propelled her to the top of her field, earning her a reputation as a lawyer who could dissect even the most complex cases with surgical precision. In the courtroom and boardroom alike, Sarah's logical mind was her greatest asset, cutting through emotional arguments and focusing solely on facts and evidence. For Sarah, the world operated on clear, rational principles. She viewed reality through a strictly materialistic lens, dismissing anything that couldn't be empirically proven or logically explained. Spiritual claims, near-death experiences, and talks of higher consciousness were, in her mind, nothing more than comforting fictions for those unable to face the harsh truths of a purely physical universe. Yet, despite her unwavering skepticism, Sarah occasionally encountered phenomena that defied her logical explanations. A client once described a vivid premonition that saved his life, while a colleague swore by the accuracy of her psychic readings. These incidents created a subtle tension in Sarah's mind, a nagging doubt she quickly suppressed, attributing them to coincidence or psychological tricks. That Sarah's professional success was a testament to her rational decision-making skills. She had an uncanny ability to predict legal outcomes, not through any mystical insight, but through meticulous analysis of precedents and a deep understanding of human behavior. Her approach resonated strongly within the legal profession, where skepticism often reigned supreme. Indeed, the prevalence of skepticism in legal circles further reinforced Sarah's worldview. Surrounded by like-minded individuals who prized evidence and logic above all else, she found little reason to question her materialistic perspective. The legal system, after all, was built on the foundation of provable facts and rational arguments. That as Sarah prepared for another high-stakes corporate merger, little did she know that her carefully constructed worldview was about to face its greatest challenge. The universe, it seemed, had other plans for this brilliant legal mind. A life-changing event loomed on the horizon, one that would push the boundaries of her understanding and force her to confront the limitations of her rational thinking. The stage was set for a profound transformation. Sarah Lawson, the epitome of logical thinking and skepticism, was about to embark on a journey that would challenge everything she believed about the nature of reality and consciousness. As she walked into the courtroom that fateful day, she had no inkling that her entire world was about to be turned upside down, setting the stage for an unexpected medical crisis that would shatter her perceptions of life, death, and the very fabric of existence. The boundary between life and death is often portrayed as a clear, definitive line. But what if that line is more of a threshold, a gateway to something beyond our comprehension? Sarah Lawson was about to discover this firsthand, in a way that would challenge every belief she held dear. As the court adjourned for a brief recess, Sarah felt a sudden, searing pain in her chest. The sensation was unlike anything she had ever experienced, a crushing pressure that seemed to radiate through her entire body. She gasped, clutching at her chest as the world around her began to blur. The bustling courthouse faded into a distant hum as Sarah's knees buckled beneath her. Panic rippled through the courthouse as Sarah collapsed. Her colleagues rushed to her side, their voices a cacophony of urgent shouts for help. Within moments, paramedics arrived, their faces etched with concern as they assessed her rapidly deteriorating condition. Sarah's breath came in short, ragged gasps as the medical team worked feverishly to stabilize her. The scene was a whirlwind of activity, a stark contrast to the stillness that was slowly enveloping Sarah. As the paramedics attached monitors and administered emergency treatments, Sarah felt a strange sense of detachment washing over her. The pain in her chest began to recede, replaced by an odd weightlessness. Suddenly, the frantic beeping of the heart monitor gave way to a single, continuous tone. Sarah's heart had stopped beating. In that moment, she crossed the threshold into clinical death, a state where the body's vital functions cease but cellular death has not yet occurred. It's a liminal space, a brief window where the possibility of resuscitation still exists. As the medical team redoubled their efforts, applying chest compressions and preparing the defibrillator, something extraordinary began to unfold. Sarah's consciousness, no longer tethered to her physical form, began to drift. She felt herself rising, observing the scene below with a strange sense of detachment. The urgency and chaos of the resuscitation efforts seemed distant and unimportant. Sarah found herself entering a realm that defied conventional understanding. The familiar constraints of time and space seemed to dissolve around her. Colors she had never seen before danced at the edges of her perception, and a profound sense of peace enveloped her. This was not the nothingness she had always imagined death to be, but rather a vivid, pulsing reality that challenged everything she thought she knew about existence. As Sarah's consciousness continued to expand, she stood at the precipice of a journey that would reveal cosmic truths and universal secrets. The rational lawyer who had entered the courthouse that morning was about to embark on an exploration of consciousness that would forever alter her understanding of reality itself. As Sarah's consciousness expanded beyond the confines of her physical form, she found herself face to face with a reality that defied all logical explanation. What she was about to experience would shatter not just her understanding of death, but of life and existence itself. How could a realm so vivid and real exist beyond the reach of science? The initial sensations overwhelmed Sarah's perception. Colors she had never seen before swirled around her, vibrant and alive. Sounds that seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere simultaneously filled her awareness. The familiar constraints of time and space melted away, replaced by a fluid, ever-changing landscape of pure energy and information. Sarah's analytical mind struggled to make sense of this new reality. She attempted to categorize and define her surroundings, searching for patterns or laws that could explain what she was experiencing. But every time she thought she had grasped a concept, it would shift and transform, revealing new layers of complexity. The ineffable nature of this realm resisted all her attempts at rational understanding. As she acclimated to this non-physical existence, Sarah began to explore the concept of consciousness without a body. She realized that her thoughts and emotions were not confined to a brain or nervous system, but seemed to radiate outward, interacting with the very fabric of this strange new universe. Theories she had once dismissed as pseudoscience now took on new meaning. The idea of consciousness as a fundamental property of the universe, rather than a byproduct of brain activity, suddenly seemed not just possible, but undeniably real. That Sarah's perception continued to expand, and she sensed a vast, interconnected web of awareness surrounding her. It was as if every thought, every emotion, every spark of consciousness in the universe was part of an intricate, cosmic tapestry. She felt simultaneously infinitesimal and infinite, a single thread in an unimaginably complex design. As she marveled at this interconnected web, Sarah felt a growing anticipation. Something profound was about to be revealed, a truth so fundamental that it would forever change her understanding of reality. The rational lawyer who had always sought concrete evidence now stood on the brink of a revelation that transcended the physical world. The boundaries of Sarah's individual consciousness began to blur, merging with a vast network of awareness around her. In this moment of unity, she glimpsed the first of many cosmic truths that awaited her. The universe, she realized, was not a collection of separate entities but a single, interconnected consciousness expressing itself in infinite ways. As this realization washed over her, Sarah sensed that her journey was far from over. The cosmic tapestry she had encountered was just the beginning. What other revelations awaited her in this realm beyond the veil? With a mixture of awe and trepidation, Sarah prepared herself for the next phase of her extraordinary voyage into the heart of existence itself. Sarah's journey into the cosmic tapestry unfolded like a revelation, each moment expanding her understanding of the universe's intricate design. As she gazed upon this vast network of interconnected consciousness, she found herself overwhelmed by its sheer complexity and beauty. The universe, she realized, was not a random collection of particles and energy, but a meticulously crafted masterpiece. The concept of a predetermined cosmic plan began to take shape in Sarah's mind. She sensed an underlying order, a grand design that seemed to guide the flow of existence. This realization, however, brought with it a profound tension. How could such a predetermined plan coexist with the notion of free will? Sarah, who had built her career on the foundation of individual choice and responsibility, found herself grappling with this apparent contradiction. That as she pondered this paradox, Sarah's awareness expanded further, revealing dimensions beyond her previous perception. She glimpsed realities layered upon realities, each vibrating at different frequencies, interacting and influencing one another in ways she could barely comprehend. The idea of multiple dimensions, once relegated to the realm of science fiction in Sarah's mind, now presented itself as an undeniable truth. Scientific theories she had once dismissed as speculative now seemed to align with her experience. The concept of multiverses, parallel realities existing alongside our own, took on new significance. Sarah perceived countless versions of herself, each making slightly different choices, living out alternate possibilities. These parallel realities weren't separate but interconnected, forming a cosmic web of potential and probability. As Sarah delved deeper into this multidimensional tapestry, she felt a growing anticipation. She sensed she was on the cusp of a profound understanding, one that would forever alter her perception of existence. The boundaries between these parallel realities began to blur, and Sarah experienced a moment of clarity that shook her to her core. In a flash of insight, Sarah grasped the illusion of individual separation. The countless versions of herself, the myriad lives and choices, were not truly separate entities. They were expressions of a single, unified consciousness, playing out infinite possibilities within the cosmic design. The Sarah who had entered the courthouse that morning, the Sarah experiencing this revelation, and every other iteration of her being were all part of a greater whole. This realization brought with it a sense of both liberation and responsibility. The illusion of separation dissolved, revealing a profound interconnectedness that transcended time, space, and individual identity. Sarah understood that every action, every choice, rippled through the cosmic tapestry, influencing the whole in ways beyond imagination. As this understanding settled into her being, Sarah sensed she was merely scratching the surface of the universe's mysteries. The cosmic tapestry had revealed the illusion of separation, but what other universal truths awaited her? With a mixture of anticipation and awe, Sarah prepared herself for the next revelation, knowing that each new insight would further transform her understanding of reality and her place within it. Just as Sarah thought she had reached the pinnacle of cosmic insight, the universe presented her with its most perplexing puzzle yet. If words could not capture the essence of reality, how would she decipher the message that held the key to existence itself? As Sarah's consciousness expanded further, she encountered a form of communication that transcended human language. Complex ideas and universal truths flowed into her awareness, not through words or images, but through pure, unfiltered thought. It was as if the cosmos itself was speaking directly to her mind, bypassing the limitations of verbal expression. At first, Sarah struggled to comprehend this vast influx of knowledge. The concepts were so profound, so alien to her human understanding, that her mind reeled under the weight of this cosmic download. She felt like a child trying to grasp advanced quantum physics, her rational mind straining against the boundaries of its own limitations. Gradually, however, Sarah began to acclimate to this new form of communication. Universal truths started to unfold in her mind, revealing themselves with a clarity that no earthly language could match. She understood the intricate dance of subatomic particles, the birth and death of stars, and the subtle interplay of energies that shaped the cosmos. As Sarah absorbed this cosmic knowledge, she became acutely aware of the limitations of human language and perception. Words, she realized, were merely crude approximations of reality, incapable of fully capturing the essence of existence. Even the most eloquent human expressions paled in comparison to the direct, unmediated transmission of thought she was now experiencing with each passing moment. Sarah sensed she was approaching a pivotal revelation. The universe seemed to be building towards a fundamental truth, a cornerstone of reality that would reshape her entire understanding of existence. The anticipation grew, a tension that stretched across the fabric of her expanded consciousness. Then, in a moment of profound clarity, the ultimate truth revealed itself. Consciousness was not a byproduct of physical reality, but its very foundation. The material world, with all its complexity and apparent solidity, arose from consciousness itself. This realization hit Sarah with the force of a cosmic thunderbolt, shattering her previous materialistic worldview. As this understanding settled into her being, Sarah glimpsed the vast implications of this truth. If consciousness was the primary reality, then the power to shape existence lay within the realm of thought and awareness. The universe was not a cold, mechanistic place, but a living, responsive field of infinite potential. Sarah's journey through the cosmic tapestry had led her to this pivotal insight, but she sensed that even greater revelations awaited her. As she prepared to explore the implications of this newfound understanding, she wondered, how would this knowledge transform her perception of life, death, and the very nature of being? Sarah's perception of time began to warp, stretching and compressing in ways that defied her previous understanding of reality. The linear progression of past, present, and future that had once seemed so fundamental now revealed itself as a mere illusion, a construct of human perception rather than an absolute truth. As Sarah grappled with this revelation, she found herself experiencing multiple moments simultaneously. The strict chronology she had relied on throughout her legal career dissolved, replaced by a fluid, non-linear tapestry of events. She witnessed the birth of stars and the decay of civilizations, all occurring in a singular, eternal present. This new understanding of time clashed violently with Sarah's previous worldview. How could she reconcile this cosmic perspective with the day-to-day reality she had always known? The conflict between these two perceptions of time created a profound tension in her expanded consciousness, forcing her to question everything she had ever believed about the nature of existence. As Sarah explored this new temporal landscape, she encountered theories that seemed to bridge the gap between her cosmic experience and scientific understanding. Einstein's theory of relativity, which posits that time is relative and can be influenced by factors such as gravity and speed, took on new significance. The concept of space-time as a four-dimensional continuum, where time is inextricably linked with the three dimensions of space, aligned with her current perception. Sarah's awareness expanded further, encompassing scientific perspectives that viewed time as a dimension rather than a fixed constant. She grasped the idea of block universe theory, which suggests that past, present, and future exist simultaneously in a four-dimensional block of spacetime. This concept resonated deeply with her current experience, where all moments seemed to coexist in a vast, interconnected W. As Sarah delved deeper into these revelations, she sensed an even greater truth on the horizon. The nature of existence itself seemed poised to unfold before her, promising insights that would further transform her understanding of reality. The anticipation built within her expanded consciousness, a tension that stretched across the fabric of her being. In a moment of profound realization, Sarah comprehended the fluid nature of existence. She understood that reality was not fixed or predetermined, but a dynamic, ever-changing flow of possibilities. Each moment, each choice, each thought shaped the cosmic tapestry, creating ripples that echoed across time and space. This understanding brought with it a sense of both freedom and responsibility. Sarah realized that her actions and thoughts had the power to influence not just her own reality, but the very fabric of existence itself. As this revelation settled into her being, Sarah sensed that her cosmic journey was far from over. She stood on the precipice of an even greater discovery, one that promised to reveal the presence of a vast, incomprehensible intelligence behind the cosmic design. The fabric of reality continued to unravel before Sarah's expanded awareness. But amidst the swirling chaos of existence, a pattern emerged, one that hinted at an intelligence so vast it defied human understanding. What Sarah was about to discover would shake the foundations of everything she thought she knew about the universe and our place within it. As Sarah's consciousness expanded further, she encountered a presence that dwarfed her entire conception of existence. It was a vast, all-encompassing intelligence that seemed to permeate every aspect of the cosmos. The sheer magnitude of this cosmic mind left Sarah feeling both awestruck and utterly insignificant. She was a mere spark of awareness in an ocean of infinite consciousness, struggling to comprehend this cosmic intelligence with her human mind. Sarah felt like an ant trying to understand the complexities of quantum physics. The concepts and awareness flowing from this universal consciousness were so far beyond her frame of reference that her thoughts fragmented and scattered in its presence. Yet, despite the overwhelming nature of this encounter, Sarah sensed a profound connection to this cosmic mind. As she grappled with this experience, Sarah began to perceive echoes of this cosmic intelligence in various philosophical and religious traditions. The concept of a universal consciousness or cosmic mind resonated with ideas from Eastern philosophies, such as the Brahman in Hinduism or the Tao in Taoism. She glimpsed parallels with the nous of ancient Greek philosophy and the divine intelligence described by mystics across cultures and ages. The more Sarah explored this cosmic awareness, the more she sensed an impending revelation about the nature of human existence. The anticipation built within her, a tension that stretched across the fabric of her expanded consciousness. She stood on the precipice of a truth that promised to redefine her understanding of reality and her place within it. In a moment of profound clarity, Sarah realized that individual consciousness was not separate from this cosmic intelligence, but an integral part of it. Each human mind, each spark of awareness in the universe, was a unique expression of this vast, incomprehensible whole. The boundaries between individual and universal consciousness dissolved, revealing a fundamental unity underlying all of existence. This revelation sent shockwaves through Sarah's being. The implications were staggering. If individual consciousness was part of a larger cosmic intelligence, then the potential for human awareness and understanding was far greater than she had ever imagined. The limitations she had once accepted as immutable now appeared as self-imposed constraints. As Sarah began to integrate this profound insight, she sensed that her journey of discovery was far from over. The realization of her connection to this cosmic intelligence opened up new avenues of exploration and understanding. What other secrets of existence might be revealed through this expanded awareness? How might this knowledge transform humanity's understanding of reality and our place in the cosmos? Sarah's consciousness expanded further, unveiling a breathtaking vista of interconnectedness that spanned the entire cosmos. What she perceived was not merely a network of physical connections, but a vast, intricate web that linked all consciousness across space and time. This cosmic tapestry pulsed with life and awareness, each thread vibrating with the essence of existence itself. As Sarah contemplated this magnificent web, she began to grasp the true nature of reality. Every thought, every action, every moment of awareness rippled through this cosmic network, influencing the whole in ways beyond imagination. The boundaries between individual entities blurred, revealing a fundamental unity that challenged everything Sarah had believed about personal identity. This revelation posed a profound challenge to Sarah's understanding of self. If all consciousness was interconnected, where did one being end and another begin? The notion of a separate, individual identity suddenly seemed like an illusion, a convenient fiction created by the limited human mind. Sarah grappled with this concept, feeling both liberated and unsettled by the implications of universal interconnectedness. As she explored this new understanding, Sarah's thoughts turned to scientific theories that seemed to echo her experience. Quantum entanglement, a phenomenon where particles remain connected regardless of distance, took on new significance. The principle of non-locality, which suggests that information can be transmitted instantly across vast distances, aligned with her perception of the cosmic web. These scientific concepts, once abstract and theoretical to Sarah, now felt viscerally real. She understood that the interconnectedness she experienced was not just a spiritual or philosophical concept, but a fundamental aspect of reality, supported by cutting-edge physics. The universe, it seemed, was far more mysterious and interconnected than even the most advanced scientific theories had proposed. As Sarah continued to explore this cosmic web, she sensed an impending revelation about the true nature of reality. The anticipation built within her, a tension that stretched across the fabric of her expanded consciousness. She stood on the precipice of a truth that promised to redefine her understanding of existence itself. In a moment of profound clarity, Sarah grasped the fundamental interconnectedness of all existence. She realized that separation was an illusion, a product of limited perception. In truth, all of reality, every particle, every thought, every moment, was part of a singular, unified whole. This understanding washed over her like a wave, dissolving the last vestiges of her old worldview. As this revelation settled into her being, Sarah began to contemplate the personal implications of this cosmic truth. How would this understanding of universal interconnectedness change her life? What responsibilities came with this knowledge? With a mixture of awe and trepidation, Sarah prepared to explore the profound impact this revelation would have on her sense of self and her place in the universe. Just as Sarah thought she had glimpsed the ultimate truth of reality, the universe had one more revelation in store. The vast expanse of interconnected consciousness began to shift, focusing inward with laser-like precision. Sarah found herself at the center of a cosmic inquiry, about to confront the most challenging question of all. Who am I, really? In an instant, Sarah's entire existence unfurled before her, not as a linear timeline, but as a multidimensional tapestry of moments, choices, and consequences. Every decision, every interaction, every fleeting thought she had ever experienced coexisted in a single, eternal present. It was as if she stood in a hall of mirrors, each reflection showing a different facet of her life. The emotional impact was overwhelming. Sarah witnessed the ripple effects of her actions, both positive and negative, spreading out across the web of existence. She saw how a kind word to a struggling colleague had sparked a chain of compassion, touching lives she had never even met. Conversely, she felt the pain caused by moments of selfishness or indifference. Understanding for the first time the full weight of her choices, this cosmic life review echoed the accounts of many who had experienced near-death events. Sarah recalled reading about individuals who described seeing their entire lives flash before their eyes in vivid detail. But this was far more profound. She wasn't simply observing her past. She was experiencing it anew, with a heightened awareness of its interconnected nature. As Sarah navigated this intricate web of memories and consequences, she began to perceive patterns in her behavior and thought processes. She recognized recurring themes in her life, understanding how certain beliefs and fears had shaped her decisions. This deep self-reflection sparked a process of profound psychological growth, challenging her to confront aspects of herself she had long ignored or denied. The anticipation built as Sarah sensed she was approaching a moment of truth. All the cosmic revelations she had experienced seemed to be leading to this point, a fundamental realization about her own nature and purpose. The universe held its breath, waiting for Sarah to make the final connection. In a flash of insight, Sarah experienced a transformative shift in self-perception. She realized that her true self was not the limited, individual entity she had always believed herself to be. Instead, she was an integral part of the cosmic consciousness, a unique expression of the universe experiencing itself. This understanding shattered her old self-image, replacing it with a sense of boundless potential and profound interconnectedness. As this revelation settled into her being, Sarah faced a new challenge. How could she integrate this cosmic understanding into her earthly existence? The journey of self-discovery was far from over. In many ways, it was just beginning. With a mixture of excitement and trepidation, Sarah prepared to bridge the gap between her expanded cosmic awareness and the everyday reality that awaited her return. The human brain can only process a fraction of the information it receives each second. But what happens when it's flooded with the knowledge of eternity? As Sarah's consciousness began its descent back to her physical form, a race against time began. One that would challenge everything we understand about the mind's capacity to retain transcendent experiences. Sarah felt a profound reluctance to leave the realm of cosmic understanding. The infinite expanse of knowledge and interconnectedness called to her, urging her to stay. Yet, an inexorable force pulled her back towards her earthly existence. Her consciousness, once expanded beyond the confines of her physical form, now began to compress and condense. As Sarah's awareness returned to her body, she struggled to hold on to the cosmic revelation she had experienced. The profound truths about the nature of reality and consciousness began to slip away, like water through her fingers. She desperately tried to anchor these insights in her memory, knowing that each moment brought her closer to the limitations of her human mind. The process of reintegration after such a profound spiritual experience is a complex and often challenging journey. Many who have undergone near-death experiences report feeling fundamentally changed, struggling to reconcile their expanded awareness with the mundane realities of everyday life. Sarah now faced this very challenge, her consciousness straddling two worlds, the cosmic and the earthly. As Sarah's spirit reconnected with her physical form, her body began to show signs of life. Medical staff, who had been working tirelessly to resuscitate her, noticed a change in her vital signs. The steady beep of the heart monitor suddenly quickened, indicating a return of cardiac activity. Oxygen levels began to rise as Sarah's lungs resumed their rhythmic function. The medical team intensified their efforts, administering medications and continuing chest compressions to support Sarah's reviving body. Each passing second brought her closer to full resuscitation, yet also further from the cosmic realm she had experienced. The anticipation in the room was palpable as doctors and nurses watched for signs of neurological activity. Suddenly, Sarah's eyelids fluttered. The medical team held their breath, waiting to see if this was the moment of awakening. With a sharp intake of breath, Sarah's eyes opened wide. She gazed around the room, her expression a mixture of confusion and profound wonder. In that instant, it was clear to everyone present that Sarah had returned from her brush with death. But she was not the same person who had left them. As the medical staff rushed to assess her condition, Sarah struggled to find words to express what she had experienced. How could she possibly convey the vastness of the cosmos, the interconnectedness of all existence, using mere human language? The immediate aftermath of her return would prove to be just the beginning of a long journey, one that would challenge Sarah to integrate her cosmic revelations into her earthly life, forever altering her perception of reality and her place within it. Imagine waking up with the secrets of the cosmos etched into your mind, yet finding yourself unable to speak a single word about it. This was Sarah's reality as she regained consciousness, trapped between two worlds, one of infinite knowledge and one of human limitations. Sarah's eyes fluttered open, greeted by the harsh fluorescent lights of the hospital room. The beeping of monitors and the antiseptic smell of the hospital overwhelmed her senses. For a moment, she felt utterly lost, caught between the vastness of her cosmic journey and the confined space of her hospital bed. The stark contrast between the infinite expanse she had just experienced and the mundane reality of the hospital room was jarring. As medical staff rushed to her side, Sarah struggled to find words to describe her experience. How could she possibly convey the intricate web of existence, the profound interconnectedness of all things, using mere human language? The doctors and nurses looked at her with a mixture of relief and confusion as she opened her mouth, only to close it again. Unable to articulate the cosmic truths she had witnessed, the challenge of translating ineffable experiences into words is a common struggle for those who have undergone near-death experiences. Sarah found herself grappling with concepts that seemed to exist beyond the realm of human understanding. Every attempt to explain felt like trying to pour an ocean into a thimble. The magnitude of her experience simply couldn't be contained within the limitations of language. As Sarah's initial disorientation began to subside, She became aware of subtle changes in her perception. Colors seemed more vivid, sounds more nuanced. She felt an overwhelming sense of connection to everything around her, from the medical equipment to the people tending to her. These heightened sensations and feelings of interconnectedness are often reported by those who have had near-death experiences, marking a profound shift in their understanding of reality. While the medical staff focused on her physical recovery, Sarah's mind raced with the implications of her journey. She sensed that she stood at the threshold of a new understanding, one that would forever alter her perception of life, death, and the nature of existence itself. The anticipation of integrating this cosmic knowledge into her earthly life filled her with both excitement and trepidation. As the hours passed, Sarah began to recognize the profound shift in her understanding of reality. The world she had known before her near-death experience now seemed like a pale shadow compared to the vibrant, interconnected cosmos she had glimpsed. She realized that her journey of discovery was far from over. In many ways, it was just beginning. With this recognition came the daunting task of integrating her new worldview into her everyday life. How would she reconcile her expanded consciousness with the demands of her legal career? How could she share her insights without being dismissed as delusional? As Sarah contemplated these questions, she knew that the path ahead would be challenging, but also filled with the potential for profound personal and spiritual growth. What happens when a high-powered attorney returns to work with the secrets of existence etched into her soul? Sarah's journey was about to challenge not just her career, but the very fabric of her reality. As Sarah stepped back in her law office, the familiar surroundings felt alien. The once comforting hum of legal activity now seemed hollow against the backdrop of cosmic truths. She found herself caught between two worlds: the material realm of contracts and courtrooms, and the spiritual dimension she had glimpsed during her near-death experience. The contrast between her previous worldview and new understanding was stark. Where she once saw only cold, hard facts, Sarah now perceived intricate webs of connection linking every case, every client, every decision. This expanded awareness brought both insight and challenge. How could she argue a case when she understood the profound interconnectedness of all parties involved? How could she focus on material gain when she had glimpsed the ephemeral nature of earthly pursuits? Sarah's colleagues noticed a change in her demeanor. Her razor-sharp focus had softened, replaced by a contemplative air that seemed at odds with the cutthroat world of corporate law. As she pored over legal briefs, her mind kept drifting to the cosmic truths she had witnessed. The challenge of operating in a materialistic world with her newfound spiritual knowledge weighed heavily on her. This struggle to reconcile two seemingly incompatible realities is common among those who have experienced profound near-death experiences. Many report feeling like they're living with one foot in two worlds, the physical and the spiritual. Sarah found herself questioning the very foundations of her career and wondering if there was a way to bridge these disparate realms. As days turned into weeks, Sarah grappled with the transformative impact of her experience. She noticed subtle yet significant changes in her approach to life and work. Her priorities shifted, and she found herself drawn to cases that aligned more closely with her newfound sense of cosmic justice. The pursuit of truth took on a deeper, more spiritual meaning that transcended mere legal victories. The anticipation of a major decision about her future path grew with each passing day. Sarah knew she couldn't continue as before, but she also recognized the potential to effect change from within the legal system. As she contemplated her options, she felt the weight of her cosmic revelations guiding her towards a new purpose. In a moment of clarity, Sarah made a commitment. She would integrate her insights into her professional life, using her unique perspective to bring a higher level of understanding and compassion to her legal practice. This decision marked the beginning of a new chapter, one that promised to challenge the very foundations of her field. As Sarah embarked on this new path, she couldn't help but wonder about the broader implications of her experience. How might her transformed perspective influence not just her own career, but the legal system as a whole? And what other profound changes might arise as she continued to navigate the intersection of earthly and cosmic realities? The courtroom had always been Sarah's arena for seeking truth, but now she faced a trial unlike any other. As she stepped onto the world stage to share her revelations, Sarah knew she was risking everything: her credibility, her career, and perhaps even her sanity. Yet the stakes couldn't be higher. The potential to revolutionize human understanding of consciousness itself. Sarah's new role as a bridge between scientific and spiritual understanding was fraught with challenges. She carefully crafted her message, striving to present her insights in a way that would resonate with both skeptics and believers. Her legal training proved invaluable as she meticulously documented her experience, drawing parallels to established scientific theories and philosophical concepts. Despite her efforts, Sarah encountered fierce resistance from many of her peers. Fellow lawyers dismissed her claims as stress-induced hallucinations, while some scientists labeled her a fraud. The public's reaction was equally divided, with some hailing her as a visionary and others denouncing her as a charlatan. Sarah found herself caught in a storm of controversy, her every word scrutinized and debated. Undeterred, Sarah delved into the current state of research on consciousness and reality. She discovered a growing body of scientific studies exploring the nature of human awareness and its potential to extend beyond the physical brain. Quantum theories suggesting the interconnectedness of all matter intrigued her, as they seemed to align with her cosmic experiences. At the intersection of science and spirituality, Sarah found unexpected allies. She connected with researchers studying near-death experiences, meditation, and altered states of consciousness. Together, they began to build a framework for understanding reality that encompassed both empirical data and subjective experiences. As Sarah continued to share her insights, a sense of anticipation grew within scientific and philosophical circles. Her unique perspective as both a rational legal mind and an experiencer of profound cosmic truths offered a fresh approach to age-old questions about the nature of existence. Debates raged in academic journals and conferences, with Sarah's revelations at the center of a paradigm shift in human understanding. Gradually, Sarah's experience began to influence scientific and philosophical discourse. Researchers developed new hypotheses based on her accounts, leading to innovative experiments in consciousness studies. Philosophers found in her story a bridge between materialist and idealist worldviews, sparking renewed interest in the nature of reality itself. As Sarah witnessed the ripple effects of her journey, she couldn't help but wonder about the broader implications for human understanding. How might this new perspective on consciousness and reality reshape our approach to education, healthcare, and even governance? The possibilities seemed as vast and interconnected as the cosmic web she had glimpsed during her near-death experience. Sarah's revelations sent shockwaves through society, but they were just the beginning. As researchers delved deeper into the nature of consciousness, a startling question emerged. What if our current understanding of reality is merely the tip of an unfathomable cosmic iceberg? The world's fascination with Sarah's experience sparked a renewed interest in exploring the depths of human consciousness. Universities established new departments dedicated to consciousness studies, combining neuroscience, physics, and philosophy. Meditation and mindfulness practices, once relegated to the fringes of society, gained mainstream acceptance as tools for expanding awareness. Yet, this surge of interest also ignited fierce debates between those who clung to a purely materialistic view of reality and those who embraced a more expanded perspective. Traditional scientists argued that consciousness was merely a byproduct of brain activity, while others proposed that it might be a fundamental property of the universe itself. The tension between these opposing viewpoints drove research forward at an unprecedented pace. As technology advanced, new tools emerged to probe the mysteries of consciousness. Quantum sensors capable of detecting subtle changes in brain activity allowed researchers to map the neural correlates of altered states of consciousness. Virtual reality simulations provided controlled environments for studying out-of-body experiences and other phenomena. Once considered purely subjective, experts in various fields began to make bold predictions about the future of human consciousness. Some neuroscientists suggested that we might soon develop the ability to directly interface our minds with artificial intelligence, exponentially expanding our cognitive capabilities. Physicists speculated about the possibility of accessing parallel realities through quantum entanglement, potentially allowing us to explore the multiverse Sarah had glimpsed during her near-death experience. The potential for these developments to reshape human society was staggering. Education systems began to incorporate techniques for enhancing intuition and creativity alongside traditional academic subjects. Healthcare evolved to treat the mind and spirit as integral components of physical well-being. Even governance structures started to shift, with some nations experimenting with collective decision-making processes based on heightened states of group consciousness. As humanity stood on the brink of this new frontier, a vision of the future began to take shape. It was a world where the rigorous methodology of science worked in harmony with the profound insights of spirituality. Laboratories and meditation centers stood side by side, each informing and enriching the other's understanding of reality. This glimpse of a future where science and spirituality coexisted in perfect balance filled many with a sense of hope and wonder. Yet, as humanity prepared to take its next evolutionary step, a crucial question remained. Are we truly ready to embrace the full implications of our expanded consciousness? Sarah Lawson's journey from skeptical lawyer to cosmic explorer challenges us to reconsider the nature of reality itself. Her near-death experience opened a portal to profound universal truths, revealing a universe far more vast and interconnected than we ever imagined. This transformation from rational skeptic to spiritual seeker highlights the potential for personal growth when we open ourselves to new perspectives. That Sarah's story invites us to question our own beliefs about consciousness, existence, and our place in the cosmos. It suggests that by expanding our awareness, we might unlock hidden potentials within ourselves and society. As we stand on the brink of new frontiers in consciousness research, we must ask, are we ready to embrace a reality that transcends our current understanding? What profound discoveries await us if we dare to explore the depths of our own consciousness?